Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Aliyah, and today we have something in store, something good in store for you guys. As you know, it is the holiday season, and I don't know, I feel like we're a little underdressed. Do you think we're underdressed?
I can go for a little change.
Alright, we'll be back to change in a little bit, something more, a little festive in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sorry, wrong video. Okay, that's better. So, welcome back to today's episode. I'm obviously Mrs. Claus, and this is...
Brother Claus.
Brother Claus. Brother Claus is Johnny Claus. Today on Am I the Butthole, we're going to be looking at some stories and finding out who is going to be on our naughty list for today. So for our first story, Santa, Brother Claus, he's funny.
Keep on doing this. I'm not Santa for the last time. If you are naughty, I'm robbing you.
Woo.
If you're nice, I'm giving you presents.
Okay.
One way or another, something's gonna happen.
Hey, it's kind of like what Santa does. I haven't read any of these, so these are all fresh in my brain, and...
I haven't read them either.
Oh, you haven't read them either?
I saw Christmas, was like, I'll take it.
Oh, so it's gonna be Christmas theme, Am I the Butthole? Are you naughty or nice? If you're nice, you get presents. If you're naughty, we rob you. And that's on Johnny Claus. I'm sorry.
So dumb.
I'm sorry. Am I the butthole for refusing to go to my son and daughter-in-law's house for Christmas? Off the bat, family, it's so tricky. It's Thanksgiving and Christmas where it's just like, bro, I might as well just cut off the whole family and not see anyone else again.
I'm being told so many times that people just don't want to go to other family members' houses. Like, it's not worth it anymore. And I'm like, thank you for joining in the cause. 2022,
let's stop the niceties.
Like, if you have toxic family members, don't
be surprised that I'm not there for Christmas.
Don't excuse their actions. It's like, but they're family. No, don't be treated like garbage on Christmas. These are special days.
I've never used Reddit before, and I don't really know how this works, but my son wanted me to post here and get unbiased opinion. My son got married a few years ago, and they had their first child 9 months ago. I usually have people over to my house for Christmas, and my son said since they now have a baby, they will not be traveling anywhere on Christmas Day. That's fine, and I told him to have a nice Christmas. He invited me over and I politely declined. I don't want to go over to anyone's house on Christmas, which is why I fully respect them not wanting to come here. And she is inviting her family, and I don't want to have a big holiday with people I don't know well. Also, I want to invite certain people to my house who they don't know. My son snapped at me that I have to come. Honestly, I don't believe that. I believe they told him that, but I think it's just an excuse. He wants his cousins there, but I feel that my sister feels like I do, and that's why we shouldn't have to give up our holiday plans just because he wants to try something new. I told him I just really don't want to come. I just want to be home with my husband and eat what I want. I don't like people, and he knows that. He got very angry and said no normal person would do this to their child. I even offered to compromise. I will lie to my sister and say that we really aren't doing anything for Christmas and not to expect a big meal. If she still doesn't want to go to his house, I think that proves she's lying. My son thinks I'm a butthole because I'm not willing to sacrifice this for him. I think he's just being a controlling butthole. And while he and his wife have the right to do whatever they would like, they do not get to force me to be in on that. Honestly, I don't see myself changing my plans, but he made me promise I would read the responses to get an unbiased opinion. So, also someone said to add an edit that my mother-in-law, who doesn't know my son well, comes over on Christmas and I don't want to abandon her. Okay, that was a challenging read, but I think I get it. And it's funny because the son wanted the mom to come on here and get an unbiased opinion, and
in other words, he was hoping they would flame her for it.
Yeah, that's literally what that means.
Bro.
And she got voted not the butthole, of course, because you're not going to force me to go to someone else's house. If I said no the first time, I don't know. This is very weird. Like, it does seem controlling for whatever reason that is. What do you think?
I just don't like the fact that they're calling each other buttholes. Like, son and mom calling each other buttholes is like, it's a very uncomfortable thing to hear for some reason.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't...
It's Christmas. It's the holidays. We're supposed to be nice and cheery, but...
I understand the want and the urge to be around your family, but you shouldn't have to force them. And especially if people don't want to come to your house, why would you want people that don't want to come to your place? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, exactly. There's too many people begging people to just not want to be there with them. It's weird.
I kind of want to know how he grew up now, because, like...
But this is a grown man, like,
I know,
living his own life, his own fantasy. It would have been easy. Oh, my mom couldn't make it today. That simple.
There's always next year.
That simple. Yeah, there's always next year.
When your child can actually, like, make memories or anything, or have memories in his head that he can possibly remember. Like, she was there for, like, the first or second Christmas, or the second Christmas that she was around. I don't know, man.
It's not the first seeing of the child. Like, you know, like, the child's been around for 9 months now at this point. So it's just weird that this guy's just trying to force his mom over. Or even if he wanted to do something, like if it was like, oh, I don't want my mom to miss out on the holidays type deal, he could easily just do something after Christmas or before Christmas.
Simply.
But he's just like, come here or else. You're a butthole because you're not coming to my Christmas party.
With her family that she already told her that, he already knows that she doesn't really like being around other people. Like, she had, I don't know if it's difficulties or just, something or whatever, but she doesn't feel comfortable around around other people. So it's like, you're going to put your mom in an uncomfortable predicament where she doesn't want to be there, one, and two, you're going to put her in a situation where she's going to have to meet new people.
It seems forced. It seems very forced.
This is his mom, right?
Yeah. OP, your son's a butthole. The top comment says, not the butthole Reddit will take up arms to protect dad-in-laws who wish to stay home for Christmas, and I think that's fine. You deserve no less consideration, and you are being polite to boot. Your son is not being reasonable. Yes, because countless of holidays will pass and it'll just be a bunch of men or dads or uncles just talking about, hey, am I the asshole for missing out Christmas? The mom-in-law, she's pretty nasty, and everyone's gonna be in the comments like, oh yeah, stay at home, bro. The game's gonna be great this holiday.
I mean, like, didn't they have, like, Thanksgiving or whatever together or something? Possibly?
They must have had, like, other times together where she doesn't need to be, like... Yeah, and it's literally just an infant. The baby's gonna be asleep for most of that time of, like, the whole holiday. And I bet he would be so pissed off if his mom was just sitting there like a plant. Hey, Mom, you want some food? Mm-mm.
She'd probably just go disappear somewhere. I would.
Just dip off into the...
Oh, look at that, a bedroom.
Give me a plate and just stoop.
Oh, have you seen that anime that I told you to watch?
Which one?
Komi Can't Communicate?
I tried watching it, but it's in Japanese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to, like, pay attention.
But it is the funniest thing. When I think of the mother, she and her about the same way. Komi has, like, literal problems communicating with other people, conversations and all that. She doesn't do any of that. She has to write her things down, and only one person can understand her mood when just by looking at her, and understands what she's saying. It's like, you have to watch it. It's like,
well, obviously the mom can be talking to their son, and he don't understand anything still. So props to the guy in the anime.
Oh yeah, your son. I'm stealing something from his house.
Yeah, tell your son we'll see him Christmas Eve. We'll go a little day early. We'll go a day early. Make sure. So he want to rush you. Make sure you look nice for the party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you have a Merry Christmas, ma'am. Mm-hmm. All right. Second story. Am I the butthole for telling my daughter that her mom is the reason Christmas is ruined? There's so many stories that are kind of like this, like maybe not Christmas related, but it'll be like birthdays. Two Hot Takes did. That was the Christmas one. With the brother-in-law. And then the brother took $500 from the brother-in-law's child support.
Oh yeah. I remember reading that one too.
Me, 35 male, and my ex-wife, Natalie, 34 female, have a daughter, Shannon, 13 female.
I like that name.
We were married for 10 years and had a lot of issues communicating, and I hated her money management. We argued about money constantly, and eventually this led to us divorcing when Shannon was 8. It wasn't a great divorce and at times got personal. Natalie has gotten married since to Trevor, and Trevor has 2 kids from a previous relationship. And I've been dating Alana for 2 years now, and she has no kids. Now to the problem. Every single year since Shannon was 4, we have gone to Disney after Christmas, and it was a very special trip. Even as co-parents, we have done this trip, sometimes bringing our parents as well. It can be a grind all being in the same room together, as I really dislike Natalie, but we make it work. This year though, Natalie calls me to tell me she can't afford her other half of the trip this year. Trevor doesn't have a job, and she can't afford gifts for his kids. Christmas and this trip, she asks if I'll pay for it, and I refuse. Been in this situation plenty with her, and I'm not going to give this woman any more of my money. Shannon comes home from her mom, upset, saying she heard that the trip might not happen unless Daddy makes it happen. I got enraged and called Natalie to tell her the trip won't be happening because of her, not me. I sit down and tell Shannon the real reason why we can't go to the trip, and I offer her the chance to start a new tradition, and we can do something closer to home and suggest skiing or maybe indoor water park. She's incredibly upset, but understood. But when she went back to her mom, I guess she yelled at her mom and accused her of ruining Christmas, etc. Shannon has now asked to stay at my place for the time being. My ex is saying I turned our daughter against her, and I've gotten calls from my ex-in-laws calling me the butthole. But my family thinks I did nothing wrong. Am I the butthole?
No.
Let me sit this down real quick.
Okay.
Let's go over it.
Go ahead.
This relationship with this ex-wife sounds like
Toxic.
He can't even stay in the same room with this woman. She's talking about it's not gonna happen unless Daddy coughs up the money. Like, she's telling your daughter that it's basically your fault when it's her fault. Oh my god. The story was rated not enough info, but I think I got enough. I think I got enough info. You're not the butthole here.
Hold on.
You're not the butthole
I'm
here.
not even. I said it right off the rip that he was not the butthole because that's the information I got off. But I want to know what the comments say. Why the comments say he doesn't have enough info.
Okay, so looking at the comments, there's so many stories where it's kind of like blaming the other parent, and you want to like not get into that because of how you shape the perception of your child to the other parent. So when you're saying something as big as Christmas being ruined because of them, it's like sending all targets, red dots to their forehead. So everyone in the comments right now is asking like, how did they phrase it? That's why it voted no, like not enough information.
So from what I got from this is that one way or another, right? I feel like somebody was trying to turn this child against each other. Because I know the mother, but that was her original intent. Because they said this is not gonna happen unless Daddy does so, and that was her plan. Her plan fell through when her dad done told the child it's not gonna happen because of Mom, and now the child is now mad at the mom and said that it backfired in a sense. And I was like, you're just mad because your plan backfired on you. Now the blame goes on you. Now the child doesn't like you as much. Mm-hmm. Disney, it's not worth it. You're spending money. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say we just went to Disney in October. I was thinking about making a separate video talking about our experience. It was cute, but it ain't worth going every year since I've been 8.
But Disney every year for the past 4 years.
Maybe it's time to take a break.
Honestly, like
maybe it's time to take a break.
indoor water park or skiing.
That sounds like fun, girl.
I would do that every year.
Yes, I wouldn't do Disney every year just because there's nothing to do. Once you're past 13, I think it's time to stop.
Bro, what did you want me to?
What haven't you done that you?
You know what? There are 4 different parks.
Or
different,
you know what? Save some more money and then go to Universal. Literally, that's much better. And for your age group, what's her name? Shannon?
Yeah, Shannon is like 8 though.
No, Shannon's 13.
She's 13
She's been
now.
going to Disney since she was 8.
Oh.
Shannon, try out Universal. It's really fun. I went there too.
That's about around.
It's
around
like
that
literally in the
time.
same.
Like 5th grade.
It's literally in the same like area too for Disney. If you're talking about Disney World.
But like, I remember them saying like it's a lot closer to home, so it's like this saves you from traveling. There's so much money that must go into this, so it's like not even worth going.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of the day when you're gonna have your feet, your back, your everything hurting. No.
My legs are literally swollen from doing 12 hours at Disney. I love Disney, honestly, and the October trip was my first time going as like a conscious human. So maybe we'll go back and like talk about it. Back to the story though. Tell Natalie. We'll see her at Christmas Eve. We'll come a day early for Natalie too, because she acting up talking about Daddy can handle it. Daddy can make it happen.
But I definitely want to know. I don't know. How would you sit down and tell your child like, listen, it's your mom's fault?
OP says, I sat her down and explained the situation very calmly, that her mom didn't have the financial means to make the trip happen this year, and I wasn't comfortable paying for the whole thing myself. He also added, I said her mother didn't have the money this year. I didn't mention it being anyone's fault. She asked if it was because of Trevor, and I said I didn't know. Damn. Now Shannon's about to go bounce up to Trevor.
Wait a minute. I thought he said the only reason they won't have enough finances because she was gonna get his kids' presents too. I don't know why it sounds like they had to choose one of them.
The Christmas thing was probably the trip to Disney and then in addition gifts. It sounds like she can't even do all of that. Also, is there a reason why Trevor's not working? Like,
he's a stay-at-home dad.
He's a stay-at-home dad? No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, like Trevor.
So,
oh yeah, I read a question that said, is there a reason why they can't go without the ex-wife?
And he said, I think he said something about not feeling comfortable with like paying for the full trip. Oh, and then someone said if he went like full on without the daughter, it would just make the relationship with the wife kind of tense too.
Oh, okay.
Because then it's just like, forget you and Trevor. Like, I'm gonna go to Disney with my dad. Dad will handle it.
I guess she's gonna turn into a daddy's girl.
But don't worry, Natalie. We got a gift for you. Called a knuckle sandwich.
Put that thing away.
I guess we can't rob Natalie. Moving on to our next story. Am I the butthole for not inviting one of my husband's sisters to family Christmas? My husband and I are hosting Christmas for his family this year. We invited his parents, his brother, and 2 of his sisters. But his middle sister and her family are not invited. This decision was reached after a discussion with my husband and the rest of his family. The decision has been controversial and the sisters hurt she and her family weren't invited. Our reasons go into how her kids behave and how she and her husband allowed them to behave. It's all food and hygiene centric too. Kids don't wash their hands before food and will talk around with dirty hands. Kids will grab foods from others' plates, swap them, and touch food with those dirty hands. They will lick them to claim... What the fuck?
No, you're not that. You're not the butthole.
They will lick them to claim. Have taken loads of food to throw into the trash, all because they didn't want others to have it. Oh my god. They won't listen to any of the adults in the family. The parents don't give a crap. Nothing we try to minimize the bad behavior and lack of hygiene has helped, and we're all tired of bringing it up. I think the worst example I can give is earlier this year, my husband's parents hosted a barbecue. The 2 kids were playing in the mud, and one may have been even touching dog poop in the grass.
Keep your composure. Can't go back to the pen.
Can't go back to the burger.
Go ahead.
And then they run up and touch the burgers that were on the grill.
Nope, never mind.
Neither of their parents said anything. And they acted like we were overreacting for not wanting to eat them.
I want to hope that you're lying. This is just one of those made-up stories. Like, in all honesty, if this is actually happening, I don't know you. You're not family. I don't know your kids.
Like, you're barely family. This is like married into family.
No. You're not coming over. No. Those kids? What's the name? Is it George?
Hang on.
Is it Richard?
Let me finish, and then we'll just...
Go ahead.
So, we made the decision. Sister-in-law came straight to me and said her kids, aged 7 and 8, would feel heartbroken to be left out and not see their cousins and the rest of the family. and that's where I doubt the decision. Because the kids aren't at fault, really. They're not being taught right and see their parents' disregard for listening to others and following it. Yet, I really don't want to have dirty hands all over our Christmas dinner. It's so tough. Am I the butthole?
Was this a joke? Maybe I should read these next time, because this must be a joke. Is it Clinton? Is that Clinton? That sounds like something like Clinton will do. Alright, Clinton. I'm taking your presents tonight, bro. I'm not even gonna wait for Christmas or Christmas Eve. I'm taking your presents tonight.
So, let me just give out the vote. You're not the butthole. Obviously. Obviously you're not the butthole. What the heck?
How are you gonna be invited to the barbecue? I gotta fought your kids. I ain't gonna I'm sorry. Some people go to barbecues and they haven't eaten all day just so they can eat the food. Just for you to... No. I would box
And then
your
the
kids.
parents got mad because we weren't eating the burgers.
Were they eating the food? Were they not want to know? I want to know.
They must be eating at home.
No, I'm asking, did they eat the barbecue? I need to know this because they're overreacting, right?
Now,
This is
the parents.
obviously the biggest problem here.
Oh my god, 7 and 8? That's literally 2nd grade.
They're 7 and 8?
Yes, they're 7 and 8 years old acting like this.
You want to know what happened if I was 7 or 8 doing this crap?
Oh, jeez. Bro.
This is so foul. Like, you should have really learned mannerisms at this point. Forget that. This is stuff that you shouldn't even be doing anymore. Like,
Not at 7 or 8. That's literally a grown man. He's like, they stand and they talk and they walk around and they can do whatever they need to do at 7 or 8.
Somewhat conscious.
Yeah, they're whole conscious.
Like, they're... I don't know, man.
Let me read the top comment, of course.
Go ahead.
Just like, sane humans, the top comment voted them not the butthole. Who would have thought?
Hey, bro, teach your kids some manners or you out the family, dog.
Oh, gosh. Someone said, I get what you're saying about the kids, how they aren't the perps here, but looking at it from another angle, their world will improve immensely as soon as their parents realize invites aren't being offered because nobody can stand being around kids like this. I suppose in an ideal world, your husband would have a long heart-to-heart with his sister, explaining that it would be a miracle if this was the only invite they missed out on. But if parents don't even realize they need to teach their children well, that might be tough. I agree.
Dead serious. Like, some people just haven't been taught discipline.
Thank you again for joining us for this nice Christmas celebration. Let me just do a little... Nice to show off your outfit. Your turn. You have to stand up and do...
Oh, wow.
I'll make your sound effects. Thank you so much for joining us again. My name's Aliyah. Happy holidays to everyone. If you liked this video or you want to see us dress up in some other videos, make sure you tell us what to look like. Yes.
Most likely can do that one next month.
And if you're subscribed to our Patreon.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. That's the wrong video.
Mm-mm.
See you guys next time. Bye.